The revelations now televised, a platform for you and I, and now look with full heart and clear eyes. Now, these are just my thoughts, truth on how I feel on these topics I reveal. Please know my toll, I always keep it real. Can't face the word if you can't face facts. For your time, just open up your mind. That's it, just live, think big, now take that. With God in me, this here was made by design. Yeah, the revelation will be televised. REVELSations.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the REVELSations Podcast. I'm happy to be here. It's your boy, Rev. Please subscribe, rate, and review wherever you get your podcasts. Of course, share it. Probably is the most important thing you can do. If you are listening to me on YouTube, welcome into the new studio. If you're listening to me on Audible, why don't you jump over to that YouTube page, type in the REVELSations Podcast, and you will find me straight away. Hit that like button, which is that good thumbs up, drop a comment, and of course, share with some people you love because we want to get this thing rocking. I do get a lot of positive feedback on the show. Some people are learning some things, people are rocking with me, and I really appreciate it. It'll just be me today. I've been dropping a couple of interviews with some other folks, but it'll just be me, and this will be great. And we're just going to talk about what's on Rev's mind today. And that is platonic friendships and the expectations that happen with platonic friendships. Now, platonic friendships are friendships between males and females, right? We know that. I mean, well, I guess it could be male to male. Like all of my male friendships are platonic. Trust me, I am heterosexual. If you want that other persuasion, you do what you got to do. But for me, all of my relationships with my friends are platonic. And platonic relationships, it just means a relationship of close friends without any romantic or sexual features. All of my relationships with my male friends are that way. I do have some female friends, and they're platonic relationships. But with that, with the platonic relationship and the relationships between males and females, come some expectations that I want to talk about today. I want to talk about the expectations when males and females are friends. We know the expectations when they are romantic, and that's where we'll start. So this isn't about expectations of who's paying and all that. That's not it at all. It's about the expectations of protection. Okay? Protection, because I believe from everything I've ever heard from a woman, every woman that I've ever dated, my sister, who I've not dated, of course, my cousins, aunts, friends, every female that I know says one of the things that she wants from a man is protection. Physical protection, emotional protection. But here we're going to talk about more physical protection than not. Okay? So, and we're going to talk about the difference between a platonic relationship between two men, and we're talking about heterosexual relationships here, between two men and a man and a woman. Okay, we're going to start off with the man and the woman. So let's say I go out and I approach a woman. Hey, how you doing? You look nice, etc. I'd like to take you out. And she says, yes, we can go out as friends. I have two options. I can say, no, I don't want to do that, which I typically do. I'd be like, no, I'm good. I'll pass. We'll get to why in a minute. Now, of course, we can't be friends if we can't be friends, we can't end up in a relationship. Clearly, I understand that because friendship is the basis of every good relationship. Friendship is the basis of a relationship at work, a good relationship in romantically, friends, of course, religion, all of that good stuff. Friendship is the basis of good relationship. So she says, if we can't be friends, and I'm like, you know what? I'll go ahead and pass, because if there is no romantic type of, like, I don't want to say reward, but if there's no romantic goal, let's use that word goal, then there's a lot of expectations that'll come to me without reaping rewards. Now that sounds awful, but I just want you to think about it. Okay. So if I go out with a woman, no matter what, she is going to want my physical protection. If we go out and a man comes to attack her, she's going to want me to protect her. Women say, oh, that's not true. No, deep down inside, I believe it's true. Why? Because every woman I've ever met in my life says that they want protection from a man. My mother, my sister, my cousins, my friends, women I've dated, etc. They all want protection from men. And if I go out with a friend, one of my best friends is a woman. If I go out with her and somebody attacks her, she expects me to defend her. And I would. She is my friend. Okay? That is my friend. I would defend her. the more I expose myself to that, the more danger it is for me. Now you can say, oh, Rev, that's some coward. No, it's just being calculated. It's being smart. Okay. So I go out with a woman for the first time and we're just going out as friends. There is no romance. There is no ability to have this thing go further. And she gets attacked. And you're like, well, why are you worried about that? Well, we live in a violent world. People are being attacked left and right all the time. So it can happen. It's a great likelihood that it will happen. I'll get to that in a moment. If she's attacked, she's going to expect me to literally put my life on the line to protect her. Now, let's say that happens and I put my life on the line. I end up hurting a man. I go to jail, or the man ends up hurting me. I end up in a hospital or something. Then the woman, she goes home to her boyfriend and they live romantically, happily ever after. I'm in the hospital. What reward did I get? Now, you would say, well, Rev, you should be a strong man and you should defend women. I don't believe that. And you know who else doesn't believe that? The women that love me. My sister does not believe that I should just be protecting any woman that's out there in the world. Why? Because my sister wants me to come home. We've lost one of my brothers. He passed away. My sister doesn't want to go through another death of a brother because her brother was out here playing hero. That's not going to make her feel better, right? We could say, well, at least he died a hero, right? But he's dead. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Like he's no longer here. My sister doesn't want me to put my life on the line for anything really, and especially just a friend, when more than likely that woman that's a friend, she's going to either have a romantic partner or eventually have a romantic partner that she's also going to get protection from. So I would ask, why, like, and this is a question. I'm not saying I shouldn't do it. I would ask the audience, and you can write in at REVELationspodcast@gmail.com. You can write into the social media. Let's get this thing going. Have a conversation with me. Why would I put my life on the line, defend someone who only wants to be my friend, and after I defend her, I get beat up, I get stabbed, I get shot, she goes home to her romantic partner? And you'd say, well, that's thinking in like negative terms. No, we live in a crazy world where violence happens all the time. So the expectation is always that the man is going to protect. Now, I'll be honest with you. You can call me a coward if you want to. If I am at a bar and I'm chilling by myself and I see a woman attacked, I'm probably going to call the police. I'm not going over there and getting involved in it. You'd be like, oh, that's a coward. No, it's not. I don't know what that man is doing. I don't know what he's about. And what if I go over there, protect some random woman, and I die? Why is her life worth me dying for? I got to put my uncles, my loved ones, my sisters, my brothers, my friends through my funeral because I was going to try to protect some woman that I don't know. In the same way, this is my friend. This woman wants to go out with me only as friends. I'm going to put my life on the line for her. So I got to put, again, my brother, my sister, my uncles, my aunts, my loved ones through a whole nother funeral. We've lost so many people to protect the random. Now, if it's a romantic partner, it's different because at least there's some reward. There's some closeness, because in romance, you get the closeness of romance and the friendship. Okay. Now, why are you talking about this, Rev? Because if I go out with one of my male friends, right, and somebody attacks him and I help, at least both of us can fend off the attacker. We can both equally fight the attacker. If I'm with a woman, more than likely, she's not going to be able to fight against the attacker as well as a male would, as well as I would, right? So it's really going to be me. More than likely, she's going to run away. And you say, well, women can fight too. I live in reality. And more than likely, women cannot fend off men as well as men can fend off men. Now, there are exceptions to the rules. I'm talking about generality. Okay, so me and my friend, I have a cousin. We go out, we hang out all the time. Me and him go out. You attack him. Now you got two grown men fighting. I go out with a female friend who just wants to be friends with me. I go out with her. She gets attacked. I jump in. It's really just me and the guy fighting, or the two guys that are attacking her, etc. She's probably going to run away, or if she does help, she's not going to be much of help. And again, I've put my life on the line for a woman that's going to go home, kiss, hug, make love to a man that is not me, which is fine. But why would I put my life on the line for that? Okay, so it's an imbalance. So I'm just asking questions. Am I totally off base here? Am I crazy? that I'm like, hey, you know what? I don't want to risk that. I don't want to risk that because I don't want to put my life on the line for a person who is in love with another person or who would like want to be with another person. And this is the truth. This is going to sound crazy. I feel safer, and I am safer when I am alone or with another man out at a bar, getting some wings, watching a game. I'm more safer alone or with another man than I am with a woman, because women are always, and I've heard this from women are always vulnerable and susceptible to attack. We all are, but women more likely than men, because men in general, the world in general, thinks that women are easier to attack than men. This is why women always ask for protection from men. I've never met a man when he says the list of desires that he wants from a woman, protection is one of them. Again, every woman I know says one of the desires of a man for her is protection. She wants the man to protect her. So when I am out with a woman, I am less safe. I am more likely to be attacked than if I'm by myself or with a man, because the woman is viewed as the weaker vessel. I'm not saying she's the weaker vessel. I'm saying she is viewed as the weaker vessel. So I am out with somebody who is vulnerable and more likely to be attacked. Therefore, I am more likely to end up in a attacking situation. So I've gone out with a woman who has no romantic interest in me at all, only to be friends. I am putting myself in danger because I'm going out with somebody who is more likely to be attacked. If you're wondering why somebody would more likely be attacked, we can go back to something that Dave Chappelle said a couple of years ago. He said, men, I can tell you how it feels to be a woman. And they were like, oh, no. And he was like, hey, look, this is what you do. Imagine you have $25,000 in a backpack, and you have this backpack on and you're walking around with it all day. Everybody knows you have $25,000 in your backpack, and they know they can take it from you. You're always thinking you're going to be attacked because you have something. That's what it's like to be a woman. When I heard that, it really clicked. It's like, you know what? Women, unfortunately, are assaulted, especially sexually assaulted, at a much higher rate than men. Not saying men are never sexually assaulted, but women at a much higher rate. So women are more susceptible and vulnerable to attack. Okay, that is true. We know that to be the case. Let's not argue facts. So if I go out with a woman, she is more likely to be attacked than I am. So if I go out with her now, she expects me to protect her. If I don't protect her and she's my friend, she will never go out with me again. We will probably be friends because she expects me to put my life on the line for her. Okay, great. My question is it wrong for a man to say, hey, you know what? I don't want to put my life on the line for a friend. I have enough friends. As I like the more female friends I collect, the more likely I am going to be attacked, because women are more likely to be attacked than men. I hope you understand what I'm saying. And it's an expectation. So I know this sounds a little weird, but it's something that I'm wondering. I'm wondering it. I do talk to my female friends about this, and for the most part, they agree with me. They're like, you know what? That's a good point. If I am out with a male, I do expect him to protect me. And if he doesn't protect me, even if he's not my man, I'm going to look at him with a raised eyebrow like, I can't believe you just let me get beat up like that. True. But at the same time, these female friends that I have, if I'm out with another female, they would like if I protected the female, but they wouldn't get mad. Why? Because they love me and they want their friend Rev to come home safely. They're like, I don't want you to get beat up by that random chick. Right. So if they don't want me to get beat up by the random chick, then why would I go out and do that? It's just a question. Now, a lot of people are not going to like this verse, but it really is a question. I want us to think about everything before we just go out and do things. Okay. So women, if you're saying you want to just be friends with a man, think about what you're actually saying. Yes, go out with me. Even if we go double, like we go Dutch, both pay. That's not the issue. It's, am I asking this man to protect me if something happens, put his life on the line for, put his life on the line because I might be attacked, and he gets nothing but friendship in return. And I'm not saying friendship isn't worth it. Friendship is great. But let's be honest here. I can be friends with somebody who is not going like less likely to be attacked than male, and or I can have romantic interactions with a woman that at least there's a deeper connection, because I believe there's a deeper connection between romantic partners and friends. So Tell me what you think. Am I way off base? This might be one where I get a lot of controversy and a lot of pushback, but I think I'm right. But I'm willing to challenge my self-beliefs, and I could be wrong. I might be hard to convince, but just my interpretation of the situation, like they said on the Outkast album. Anyway, hit me up. Please let me know what you think about this verse. Please tell me if I'm being crazy or not. I want to know. These are just thoughts. I'm willing to have my mind change, but I'm not really into that platonic friendship thing, going out with ladies and they're just my friends, because nope, I'm going to end up putting my life on the line for somebody who, after I die, they're just going to go off and marry another man and live happily ever after and have 3 or 4 kids. And I'm going to be dead. And that man is going to say, thank you, random friend, for saving my future wife. Nah, Rev ain't about that life. Anyway, hit me up, the Revelation Podcast at gmail.com. You can email. You can also hit me up on all the social media platforms, the Revelations Podcast, on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. Please share this with somebody else. Comment. Let me know what you think. I don't think a lot of ladies are going to like this, but I could be right. I could be wrong. And if you don't like it, before you respond to me, how would you feel if it was your brother, cousin, uncle, and I really get you on this one, ladies, your son? What if it was your son? Your son is 17, 25, 30 years old, and he goes out with a female friend. Would you want your son to put his life on the line for a female friend? If a female is getting attacked, would you be okay with your son dying to save that woman? I bet you would be okay with your son dying to save his wife, dying to save his child. Would you be okay with a woman your son dying to save a female friend? I would guess probably not. I know my mother wouldn't want me to do that. God rest her soul. Here she is, here in the necklace I had. We had my mother cremated a long time ago. I always wear her with me wherever I go. Anyway, thank you for listening. I am because we are, and I'll holler at you guys next time. Peace.